In this video we're going to be looking at acceleration, and remember acceleration is a rate of change of velocity. It is also a vector, which means that you must provide a direction. We're going to use a standard problem solving technique where we underline key points, we make a list of our variables, we write down the formula you're using. You can get that from the data sheet. We substitute the values to solve, remember units, and we always ask ourselves if it's a scalar or a vector, because if it's a vector it needs a direction. Let's look at our first example. Remember to follow our standard problem solving technique. So Sophia accelerates from rest. So rest is the initial velocity, which must be 0 meters per second, to a maximum velocity of 8.5. So that's the final velocity, 8.5 meters per second north. And it takes 12 seconds. So time is 12 seconds. And we've been asked to calculate Sophia's acceleration. So I've rewritten the question in a way that's easier to follow. Next thing, write the formula. Acceleration equals v take u over t. Remember, you can go and get this from the data sheet. Our final velocity is 8.5. Our initial was 0 divided by the time. Remember, when you're putting this in your calculator, you should bracket it, because otherwise it'll do the divide first. And it comes out to 0.71 meters per second. Now remember, this is a vector, so it requires a direction, which is north. Let's try another example. Jenny is in a car which accelerates 2.5 meters per second north. So our acceleration is 2.5 meters per second north, and it takes 4 seconds. Our initial velocity is 22 meters per second. Now we need to find her final velocity, which is v. Now, looking on our data sheet, acceleration is equal to v take u over t. Now this formula is commonly rearranged to end up being at equals v take u. So v must be equal to u plus at, and you'll find this common rearrangement on your data sheet. So now let's substitute in. The initial velocity was 22, add 2.5 times 4, and this comes out to 32 meters per second. Now remember, velocity is a vector, so it must be north. So please provide a direction. Now I'd like you to try a couple yourself. So if you go to the OneNote and under acceleration, you'll find worksheet 1, and you should be able to get started.